All right, we live. Cool. See my son in the background being a nuisance. That's what he does best. What's going on, guys? Your boy Marco Matic. I'm back. This is my new home. Got a new setup here. It's a little bit smaller than what I had before, but we'll manage. I made this video today pretty much just to talk about what Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and see maybe if you should actually buy it or not. Because a lot of people have been talking to me. It's like, yeah, you may just want to post a video, and ask people, if it's something that they should buy. I was like, sure, why not? I mean, I do these for fun anyway. So let's just go ahead and get straight to it. Now, if you ever watch, if you read recently on Forbes list, which I read Forbes all the time. There was an article saying, like all this crying over Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is absurd. Said that when Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare came out nearly 10 years ago, it received an enormous amount of critical and fan praise. There's good reasons for this. Not only was Modern Warfare a great game, it's probably one of my favorite Call of Duty games of all time. But it changed expectations, for FPS completely. It was a game changer. It was definitely something that evolutionized multiplayer for years to come, and now we still, feeding off of Modern Warfare multiplayer perks and mechanics. Right, Jax? My son likes to be part of the thing. So over the next few years, people started complaining that every year's Call of Duty releases the same overhyped garbage. They got Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3. People want to see something new. Understandable. Something different with Black Ops 3. Activision and Treyarch, tippy-toed out of Modern Warfare into the near future. Then, when Ghost came out, they hopped just a bit further into the future still. Finally, with Sledgehammer's release of Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty fully embraced near future war with gusto. So, after all, the gamers wanted something new and different. Maybe giving them what they were asking for would stem some of the complaints. On some level, it kind of did. Activision probably made a mistake by having Black Ops 3 set so far into the future, rather than have it mirror the first two games' narrative approach. For example, we had a modern, as of one of the main stories, while in the past took place in the late 80s. I was hoping Black Ops 3 would take place in the future, maybe 2050 or so, and the present, blending both futuristic and Modern Warfare. So by the time Infinite Warfare was announced, Call of Duty fans had played Black Ops 2, Ghost, Advanced Warfare, and Black Ops 3. And these games took place either in the near future or somewhat more distant future. Ghost was pretty modern, but had a far-fetched story of America's downfall at the hands of a South American Federation, and the whole segment in space. So, even though it lacked the future tech of other games, it still didn't feel very modern, and it just wasn't as good as Modern Warfare Trilogy. Honestly, Ghost was kind of a letdown. So it makes you wonder what Infinity War was going to come up with next, since my main man Vince Zampella is working on Titanfall, which Titanfall 2 is an amazing game. Say Titanfall 2 is amazing. Can you say amazing? Say amazing.
Money.
Exactly. So with that one, Titanfall 2 is a huge hit right now. I got to play it for the past couple of days. I'm hooked. I'm all for it. Great campaign. Great multiplayer. If you don't have Titanfall 2, you better grab it. And then Battlefield 1 came out just a few weeks ago. And, it goes back to World War I, and that was a huge hit. So now Call of Duty has to sit there and think, after Infinite Warfare, are we going to stay within, the modern and futuristic approach of the settings, or are we going to go back, like what Battlefield did? And I think with a lot of Call of Duty fans, the same fatigue gamers, is now being felt towards future warfare. So Activision has 3 teams developing Call of Duty games. Of course, most people already know Infinity Ward is one, Sledgehammer is the other one, and then there's Treyarch. So I just felt that the hype over Battlefield 1 illustrates just how much the market is craving alternatives to sci-fi. So I was arguing, it was pretty recently before we learned of Infinite Warfare or Battlefield 1. After all, there are 3 studios making these games. Surely not all of them need to go back to the future. But here we are in outer space. So people thinking that it turned more into a Halo kind of game. It may have. I mean, and Halo's trying to turn more into Call of Duty. So I feel like they more so switched. But we'll see what the next Halo games are going to be like. But with all that said, there is an article we found on CinemaBlend.com where Activision CEO shut down Call of Duty Infinite Warfare haters in the best way. Said, secondly, of course, we know there are people in our community who are nostalgic for the boots on the ground style gameplay. That's why we made Modern Warfare Remastered. But we also have millions of people in our community who want to have a new innovative experience in the game each year, and Infinite Warfare is going to deliver that. So, with the above quote that they put on here that I read, there's no better way to respond to the type of unbridled rage that pops up in the internet than to offer up a retort that is both level-headed and makes a lot of sense. Even if you're bummed about Infinite Warfare setting, you can't really argue with his response. His comments were made during an earnings call earlier this week, pointing out that the old adage of no press is bad press rings true. In case you aren't up to date with the whole Infinite Warfare situation, it all began with the launch of a new trailer for the game, which among other things make it clear that series is now literally gunning for the stars. When that video hit on YouTube, it said that the video had over 469,000 dislikes, pretty much making it the most disliked video on the planet. Fans of the video are only half of the number, about 203,000 likes to date. So during the earnings, the CEO started out by saying that you gotta love the passion of gamers. In his view, having so many people react so strongly simply goes to show how big the Call of Duty franchise has grown over the years. I'm pretty sure sales figures are a solid clue to the fact too, but he's not wrong there. His name is Hirschberg, by the way. So Hirschberg goes on to remind folks that if they want to enjoy a good old-fashioned version of Call of Duty, then they can enjoy a remastered version of Modern Warfare, which makes sense, and it's going to be in the same package. The version will also include 10 multiplayer maps, all included if you pick up the Infinite Warfare. Still, many complain that they don't want to have to buy one game to get another. Considering the fact that most remakes go for full price, I'm not sure what the issue is. Still, in recent years, it seems like more and more fans have been itching for a return to the classic Call of Duty gameplay, while the more recent iterations of the series have moved further away from the style of play. Infinite Warfare appears to be an extreme case of exactly that. So depending on how things go this fall, we'll just have to wait and see if the next Call of Duty goes full Halo or if we'll be back into the trenches. But that's all I have for it. If you want my personal opinion, which I always do at the end of my videos now, should you get it? If you're a huge Call of Duty fan, yes, because you're getting the benefit of a boost to the ground kind of play with Call of Duty 4 Remastered, which I mean, Call of Duty 4 is the best Call of Duty game ever made. So you're getting that and Infinite Warfare in a package. You don't have to play it, but they're gonna make you pay $75 for it either way. Activision is like, take it or leave it. Either way, Call of Duty is going to sell. Titanfall 2 is up on the grass. If you don't want that type of game, I mean, Titanfall is not boots on the ground. And I mean, if you want boots on the ground type of game this year, go with Battlefield 1. Because that's the only one that's going to have boots on the ground, and you can play with old school weapons. So I'm sure most people that are watching this video are already playing Battlefield 1 and love it. Stick with that. If you don't like futuristic first-person shooters, don't get Call of Duty and don't get Titanfall. Titanfall is definitely awesome, but their setting is already set that way. It wasn't boots on the ground to begin with. But that's all I have, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day.